Well, we are going to start the show by showing you what you can do with some beautiful floral arrangements, and we're going to make it super easy for you. Please welcome Carson Arthur, our outdoors guru. You know, people think floral and they think really high-end, and they think really picky. It doesn't have to be picky. It can be really easy, and you can do a lot of DIY with the vessels holding your floral arrangements, right?
You got it. In fact, I like to talk a lot about bringing the outdoors in, and that's what I'm working on today with you.
Yes.
So we're going to do found objects. These are all things that you wouldn't traditionally think of as floral arrangement holders.
Okay.
So this is my first example. This little guy I made in about
that
5
cute?
minutes. Isn't that great?
That's awesome.
Now, all it is just an old wooden box.
Yeah, but these boxes come at a premium now, especially places like Toronto. You know what people pay for this kind of stuff?
Do you know where I found these?
Where?
In an old shed.
Really?
Yeah, they were just sitting there and kind of starting to get this great patina and
which looks great.
Slowly decaying. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now, ordinarily, when you're doing a flower arrangement like this, you always want a glass vase. And if you are lucky enough to find a glass vase that perfectly fits inside, great.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not that easy.
Right.
Okay. So here's the fun part. I got to find some room here. Let's go this one. So ready? Guess what this is in?
I don't know. Surprise us all.
It's in a Ziploc bag.
Oh, even easier.
All that is floral foam inside of a Ziploc bag. Super simple to do, but the key is it keeps the stems wet, right?
Yeah.
So you put that back in.
Very cool.
Tuck it in, and nobody knows.
And the floral foam, of course, you can get that at any floral shop.
Exactly. Literally, this was from Michael's. And when you're cutting floral foam, I mean, it's just this easy. Just cut it off and snap it, and hopefully it works. And you got to cut deeper. My big handy camping knife.
See, it's just that easy.
Just like that.
There you go.
Now remember though, when you're going to use a Ziploc bag, even though you go like this and say, oh, that's going to fit, the point of which you start to open the bag and try and get it in there, you're going to be trimming. So don't worry if you have to cut it in multiple pieces and like that, and then these all get put in individually, because what happens is once you stab the flowers into it, it's going to hold.
Right.
Another key about the flowers that you have to remember, this isn't going to work well with soft stems. You need firmer stems.
All right.
So these hydrangeas, these are just blooms that I actually cut from my cottage.
Oh, beautiful, and dried them out.
No, they were already dried. I didn't have to do anything.
Okay.
But you can see that the stem is nice and firm. So when you put them into a floral arrangement like that, I mean, they give shape, they give texture, but at the same time, they don't really require anything. They're going to look good all season long.
It's funny that people think floral in spring and they think floral in summer, but when fall comes around,
you want that impact.
Yeah, you still want it,
absolutely.
but people don't necessarily think that this is what you should be doing at this time of year, but it's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's
So
really
let's do one more really quick.
Okay.
Now you're seeing a lot of these sort of elements coming in.
Wood inspired.
Wood inspired. It's about warmth. I know Yannick is going to talk a little bit about that today too. So I wanted to show everybody how to do that themselves, because I actually made my own out of birch bark. I'm a huge fan of birch bark. This is one that I did last night.
Did you find this up at the cottage?
I did. Now, I know you can harvest birch bark from trees. There's ways to do it. I find that I don't like doing that, because what happens is you end up with a patch of birch bark around your tree that is a different color, like that. And hopefully everybody can see that. Basically, it looks lighter than the rest of the birch bark itself. So it always looks like there's a ring around the tree. I don't love that. So instead, what I did was I found all these pieces on trees that had fallen down.
Oh,
so even this big slab was a piece that had fallen off of it, or tree had fallen down, and I took it off of that. And literally, it took 30 seconds to cut it, done.
That's amazing.
Now, when you're going to do the flower arrangement, I'm going to just set this down here. When you're going to do the flower arrangement with birch bark, there's a couple of vases beside you, Tracy. You want to grab those?
These?
Yeah, I've already started. So these are nice and simple. Isn't that cute?
It's supposed to be all rustic, and that's what's really nice about it. When you're using, you know, something that's like bark, you don't necessarily need everything to be perfect.
Exactly. Now, I found these at Home Sense for $4. Perfect. So what you do with the bark, is you're going to actually put your glue down the center first.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're going to put your piece right on there.
Okay.
Then you're going to glue the sides and wrap.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very technical.
Yeah, this is very technical. Now, there's a few things that I did wrong the first time, so I want you to know. Don't cut your birch bark until it's glued on, because I've actually cut it too short and then it didn't wrap around tight enough. So this is one that I did. Now you're going to see, I'm going to take this off, and hopefully through the magic of television, it's going to stick perfectly.
I'm really happy those ribbons were just to hold it down for a while. So I was like, that doesn't look good.
And then at that point, that's when you're going to start cutting it. You know, birch bark really is just paper, right?
Yeah, it is.
So you're just going to trim it off on both sides, all the way around, and what you're going to end up with is a perfect little candle holder that you can put anything into.
That is gorgeous.
Simple.
And you know, would walk into a store and pay a lot of money for that.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can make it yourself. Very easy instructions. I don't know, should we even put those on the website? I think we should.
Apparently we are.
Let's do it. Cityline.ca.